Good morning, friends, and welcome back to another lovely day in the studio. I have a very fun day ahead. I have been wanting to redo a studio tour video for a while now. It's been about a year. Not much has changed in terms of like organization, but I also have a lot of new viewers, so I will for sure be doing a tour at the end of this video. But I also wanted to do a little bit of a makeover, but autumn themed. So I really just want to add a couple of autumn pieces to the studio. I really want to redo my gallery wall with autumn inspired artwork from artists that I love and pieces that I've been collecting for a while now, as well as the gallery wall above our little reading nook that we have in the corner of the studio. So that is my main plan for today. I really want to change things up a little bit, and then I will be giving a little tour at the end as well of all of the fun autumn themed pieces and decor, as well as just a quick tour of the studio in general. I know a lot of people love those videos and are always interested in my studio in particular. I get a lot of comments and questions about it, so I thought it was time for an updated version. So one of the first things I wanted to do is go to this vintage store in a town nearby. I have just recently discovered it. I discovered it over the summer, and it is like, if I had a store, this would be my store. It's a vintage shop, but also with curated small business art and goods, and it's called Forager Vintage, and she just has the most beautifully collected pieces. I just love the aesthetic in there. It's so cozy. It's right up my alley of things that I love, and I want to go and see if there's a couple of fun little vintage decor pieces that I could pick up to add to the space. I will definitely be filming my shopping experience there so you guys can check out that place because it's amazing. But I want to do that first, get that out of the way, and then I'm waiting for one last piece of artwork to come in the mail, so hopefully that doesn't come too late. But once I have everything, I kind of want to play around with all of the wall art that I have collected to just kind of play around and see where I want to put things in both this gallery wall and the other one. So that'll be the main thing that I work on today, and then after that's all done, I'll give a little reveal of what it looks like afterward and the little mini tour. So I hope this video excites you and inspires all the cozy and autumnal feelings, and if you've been wanting to give a little refresh to your workspace, I hope it inspires you as well. So let us get going and go adventure to Forager Vintage. Forager Vintage, and I thought I would just quickly share what I picked up from there. So from Forager, found this super cool vintage brass like gas lamp I don't think it works, but it's still super cool, and I love the size. It's a perfect small tiny little size. I absolutely love it. And then this vintage candle extinguisher, fire extinguisher thing. What do you call these? It's so pretty though. I'll have to show a close-up. This part is all etched and it looks like flowers or leaves. It's really, really pretty. And it's a nice antique looking brass, so this was very pretty as well that I'd love to add somewhere. I think that was it in terms of decor pieces from Forager. And I've seen this DIY before, but I've never done it, but you take maple seed and you break them in two and you glue 4 of them on a little twig and it looks like dragonflies. It's so cool, and I'd love to hang some from the ceiling. I think that would be a really neat touch, and just to bring even more nature into the studio, I think that'd be really cool. So I collected these from outside and I will DIY a couple of those to hang. So without further ado, let us work on the gallery walls, switching up the artwork, and then adding these autumnal touches. Welcome to my cozy studio. Alright friends, here comes the little voiceover tour of the studio. So when you first walk in, to the left is a closet, as you see here, that has some personal things. I like to hang my dresses there, and some wooden drawers and metal drawers for holding my print stock. The wooden drawers hold my 5x7s, and the metal ones hold my more larger 8x10 to like 9x12. The wooden drawers I found on Amazon, and the metal drawers are from IKEA. Then we move along the side of the wall, and we have some shelves that are to the left of my desk. These hold a lot of art supplies like paints, as well as lots of books, and of course, lots of collected treasures too. Underneath these shelves, I have some IKEA Alex drawers. These hold all of my packing supplies for packing orders from my online shop. The first drawer here has watercolor paper for painting, as well as some originals or works in progress. The second drawer has my tissue paper for wrapping orders. Next one has packing tape, washi tape, my little fern stickers, as well as some other packing material. And then this last drawer has the recycled plastic bags for protecting prints. Next we come to the star of the show, which is my desk and gallery wall. On my desk I have some drawers with supplies, as well as my sketchbooks, and of course some odd art supplies like paintbrushes and palettes, as well as trinkets and treasures as well. To the right of my desk I have this IKEA metal cart that holds a lot of my art supplies. like paintbrushes, colored pencils, watercolor palettes, tea towels for wiping off excess paint, extra jars, all sorts of supplies. Next to that, I have some wooden crates that hold a lot of my children's book collection, which is ever growing. I have a box also in the basement for overflow. Underneath that, I have a couple more children's books as well as my collection of nature guides. Next to that, I have these cute little wooden drawers that hold just a lot of more trinket treasure items, lots of things I've collected out in nature, as well as some vintage pieces I've collected, as well as handmade goods. Underneath that holds some packing supplies, a lot of my padded and firm mailers for sending out orders. Next to that, we have this big wooden drawer unit, which holds the majority of my prints, a lot of my 8x10, and of course some 5x7s as well. On top, I have that vintage lamp that I got from Forager Vintage, as well as some dried florals. Moving on to the right side of the room, we enter into my husband's little area. We share this studio space, so he has a little office space of his own. He has a bookshelf and a desk. In the far right corner, we do have a little reading nook with this thrifted chair, and we have a record player next to it, as well as our newly decorated gallery wall above. Underneath the record player, of course, we have more books and more collected treasures. To the right of that, we get to my stock shelves for my online shop. This first one is a basic bookshelf from Target. I have lots of various baskets and crates for holding lots of different stock items that I have in my store. The little baskets are from IKEA, and these crates are from a company called Hay. The baskets below holding the tea towels are from Target, and this little wooden sticker organizer is actually a tea organizer. I found that off of Amazon. To the right of this shelf, I have this wooden IKEA shelf, which holds all of my cards and card sets. All of the white containers are from the Container Store. They are the perfect storage containers for all of my card sets. And finally, we reach the door. I hang on the back this basket that holds all of my outgoing mail and orders, if they cannot fit. I can usually only fit up to like 5 packages in there, but I think it's cute and I like having it on the back of the door. Well, I hope you enjoyed this autumnal studio makeover and tour. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a magical week ahead, and I will see you next week for another cozy video.